What up? It's Phil. It is Friday, November 10th, 2023. It's time for the No Damn Choice workout. I tried to find my glasses. I swear to God, my brain is toast. I literally have 8 other pair of glasses and can't find any of them. All I got left is my wife's glasses, so in the house. Now, they're probably in the car, at the job, in the work truck. I know I got a pair broken on my desk at work. I know I got another pair at work that I went into a office. I did some work. I put my glasses on the desk. I couldn't remember they were my glasses. When I left, I packed my tools up. Yeah, man, I am toast. So I had to leave them because I thought they were the client's glasses. But they were my glasses. But I don't have any glasses that cost more than $5 each because I get the readers, and I usually get packs of 3 at Walmart. But just like, hey, by the way, the best pair of reading glasses I've got so far, ever, was from Home Depot. Those hog rim glasses. I don't know what you call them, horn rim glasses, whatever. The one the it's like a brown and it's got like gold flecks in it, well, gold stripes in it. Those frames on those glasses at Home Depot, now they're $5 each, but I'm gonna go get me probably 3 more today. I use 125s because my wife warned me a long time ago. She said, Phil, now that you're starting using reading glasses, you got to be real careful about going to higher magnifications, because every time you go to new higher magnifications, your eyes are going to reset. She knew this because she knew it by experience, so she warned me. So I'm at 125, but I could actually do the 150, and I have some 150s. My wife has some just incredible, like, magnifying glasses. I can't wear any of her prescription glasses because my poor wife was blind in her left eye pretty much when she was a child, and her right eye, I forget which eye it was, but one of her eyes she was blind in, and as she got sicker, the other eye started going on her. But man, she was my champion. But anyway, the whole point is I'm wearing her glasses today. But it's time for the No Damn Choice workout. I got running my mouth, but those Home Depot glasses with their plastic frames, but I gotta believe somebody who works at Home Depot was a work person, looked at the glasses and said, you know what, I don't want it. I bought those Walmart glasses, the cheap ones with the cheap frames, and they break on a job, and that's what they do. They fall apart. And you're getting 3 pair for like $7. So what do you expect? But the ones that Home Depot has are really sturdy. That one pair I bought at Home Depot at one time, that I still have, they fit comfortably. The frames are a little bit heavier than the cheap ones, and they're very sturdy. So if you go, and they're in the checkout. When you go to the checkout at Home Depot, they're hanging like this on the side, just singles, and they've got all different magnifications. But they're really good, really sturdy. And I love that frame because I'm sick of frames breaking. I'm good at that too. So anyway, it's just a wonderful day. I missed 2 workouts, 2 days in a row. Wednesday, I was just burnt out. I was toast. I actually took 3 melatonins just to get 4 hours of comprehensive sleep. I knew my brain was going, and it was just, we were heading towards a busy Thursday, and I did get that sleep, and it did help. But the melatonin, man, I was like half goofy all day Friday, and fighting 5 jobs, but the 5 jobs were in a 1-mile square, and every time I did a job, I had to move the truck, because it's something people don't understand. Whenever you drive a truck, you're in the way. That's what people don't understand about truck drivers. We are always in the way, no matter where we go. There's no place where somebody says, oh yeah, come on, move your truck here and just leave it until you're done. Although there are places like that. I have had customers do that for me, and I thank every one of them. In the majority of places a truck goes, he's in the way, or she's in the way, because there's a lot of female truckers too. And they know they've got to stay with their truck, and they're going to have to move their truck as soon as it's unloaded. So that's what I had to do. in a 1 mile square. I could have walked to most of these jobs, but I had to move my truck every time because somebody needed to dock, or somebody needed a parking space, or somebody needed to get in the parking lot. And sometimes I was parked in a good parking spot, but here comes this 18-wheeler with a crane. And the problem is, if they get him in there and they get him crossed up, and he's not a good truck driver, because there's varying ranges of truck driver. And most of these truck drivers, the specialty truck drivers, are outstanding. I mean, if you see somebody carrying a special load, usually they're outstanding because they have to be. Because if they make a mistake, they tear all kinds of crap up. So if you see a wide load operator, he's usually or she's usually a very good truck driver. So I wasn't too worried, but I was a little bit concerned, so I had to move my truck again. Anyway, the job got done. It actually got done. The 5 jobs I had got done in 8 hours, and I got my paperwork logged in 8 hours, despite having the wrong building. When they gave us the wrong address, anyway, the jobs got done, but it was exhausting. I came home, I relaxed, fed the knucklehead, sat down, I got relaxing, and I got tired. And I said, you know what? I know I missed one yesterday, but I'm going to miss one tonight. I'm going to get some sleep. I didn't take any melatonin because I didn't need it. I was drowsing out at the computer. I was like watching YouTube. I was like, okay, time to go. Went into the bedroom and crashed out and got some good sleep. So I hope you can tell. Had a lot of problems this week. I think it was related to a lack of sleep. About stuff where I left it. Just like these glasses. I mean, I was losing shit left and right. I was like going, holy crap, dude. I just had it in my hand. Where is it? And then I just say to God, I say, God, can you help me find this, please? And sure enough, about 3 minutes later, 4 minutes later, I'd just relax and I'd find it. And it was right next to me where I left it. So, what a trip. Anyway, here we are, 7 minutes in, still haven't done the workout. Let me get down here. Knucklehead was here, but she left me her cocaine banana. This is the banana my wife bought her, and it's filled with catnip. I call it her cocaine banana. She likes to get on it, and chew on it, and punch it with her big claws on her feet. But it was in the kitchen on the floor. Now it's out here, so she dragged it out here. She was out here, but now she's back in the window. But let's knock this out. Let's knock this out. I'm not gonna be old ass dragons on this. No, because I got places to go and things to do. But let's try to stay away from the doctor one more day. How about that? Oh man, my healthcare provider, since I got this new job, has sent me about 5 cards. They really want me to go in. I'm like, you know what? I don't need you right now, and I'm not going in there. My left knee wants to go in there, but we're going to work on. I think I'm going to go on and get on a bicycle and start bicycling again, because that's a no-load exercise on your legs. It's bicycling. The motion and working the muscles and tendons. It works the joints without any impact. So bicycling is really good for your legs. Really good for your legs. Okay, so even a stationary bicycle is really good for your legs. And I actually thought about replacing the recliner in the living room with a bicycle, so if I'm watching something, my legs are moving. And just sit on a stationary bicycle. I even thought about putting a different seat on it, not a bicycle seat, but an actual, some form of a bucket seat with a back on it, so I could lean back and just, chill out and relax and move my legs and exercise. I thought about a lot of things, but I ain't done it yet. I ain't even done this exercise, so let's go. works the lower back right here, right there. The same exercise that the hip thrust works the lower back. I started that, I had like the first 5 I had twinges of pain in my lower back. The last 15 didn't hurt. What that shows you is that those muscles are in spasm, that they haven't been worked properly. And when you start working them properly, then suddenly they relax and they're no longer in spasm. That's why we do this. You know, you don't got to go to a chiropractor. I'm not a big fan of chiropractors. I'm sorry. The whole idea of loading a joint and then exerting high pressure on it, I get the idea they're trying to bust gases out of the joint or whatever they're trying to do, but I don't like that. That's scary to me. I know people who've gone to it and said it really helped. I would support that. You need to work out. You need to move your muscles. All they're doing is shortcutting what a great workout does for you. And there's no shortcuts in life. You know, I hate to tell you. No good ones. So anyway, sorry. Preaching. Not exercising. Get to it, Phil. Alright, yesterday I had a job at a hospital with 2 chairs, and I walked those chairs about 1.5 miles trying to find a room number that was not in that building. It was in a building about 1/4 mile up the road. But I walked so much, this exercise I just did, this one here, I can feel the tightness in this muscle across the back of my leg from all that walking, how it tightened up this muscle. And this exercise right here was working those muscles loose, pulling them so they'll loosen up. So this next one's going to be double straights, and it's gonna do it even more. But I got a nice little hitch in my back right here, and it just won't go away. But it gets a lot better as I do the exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. That was actually not bad. The hitch in my back is not bad today. And I must have pulled those muscles pretty good because I didn't feel them pulling as much on that as I did on the single straights. It's got to be said too, on the single straight leg lifts like this, you're getting involvement from here, back underneath your butt, back into your back to the other side. I can feel this muscle around my crotch area when I'm doing this. I can feel that working, I can feel that tightening. And then what that does is hamstring and to prevent a hernia. So that's why it's important to do both of these, the singles, and then to do the doubles.
because you're unifying the muscles down there. You're working all the muscles. That's the whole point. All right, here we go. Call it triad crunch. That works your neck, that works the muscles in your back, also works your arms. It's really good to prevent muscle spasms between the shoulder blades. I've only had that once in my life. I had it high on my back, high on my shoulder blades, and it was a back spasm. I can remember it, God, it's like 35 years ago, and it was after a lot of exertion. And that went on for about, I want to say about 3 hours. That was no fun. And that was back when I was starting this exercise program, because I was like, you know, I got to do something. I can't be in pain. I was watching my brother fall into the world of oxycodone addiction, because he had a back that blew out on him, and then the doctors treated him to the drug of his choice, and he went on to be a raging drug addict. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. I just had to keep him away from my wife and me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's come of it. But anyway, sometimes, you know, you can't live other people's lives. If they're falling apart, sometimes you just gotta let them fall apart. You got to protect yourself and your loved ones from that family member. I mean, it's hard to do because you don't want to see it, but you can't live their life. They've got to make that decision. God's got to work in. You got to pray and hope that God puts them in a situation where they go, you know, this is enough. You know, this is enough. So anyway, but like I said, it's for the back spasms. Good for back, to prevent back spasms. It works everything back there. Let's go on to the sit-ups. Yeah. Alright, sit-ups pulls it all together through the back, and you're working with the core muscles here too. Remember, your body's in sections. Your body's in sections. And when you think about that, it makes sense to work every section. Now, below your waist, your legs work every day to get you wherever you want to go. That is the most worked part of your body, is your legs. But up to your legs is your waist. And your waist becomes a real problem, and your back, your lower back, because they never get worked. And that's what the whole first part of this exercise is about, is working those lower back muscles, trying to get them back into your brain as a part of your body. Then you have the upper part between your waist and your shoulders, your core. They call it the core. But if you look at it sideways, it's just a tube. It's real simple. It's a tube. And your back is always working. It's always working to keep you up. So it's always working. So that always stays in shape for the most part. It's always, those muscles are always working. But your front is rarely worked because we don't do a bunch of bending down and stuff anymore. We don't do a bunch of yard work. We don't do a bunch of gardening. We don't go out and hunt for our food anymore. We're doing stuff like sitting at a computer, doing invoices all day. This part of the tube has to be worked. It has to be strong. Because if this is not strong, your back's doing all the work. So when you lift something heavy, you're stressing the back. It's very, very bad. So you have to work this. And having a huge amount of fat on front is not core. It can act to work the muscles because you're holding so much weight continuously, but it's horrendously bad on the heart. So this is what the core workout, when you're doing sit-ups, that's what the sit-ups do. Now we got to do push-ups. All right, push-ups. Push-ups excites the core. It excites your back. It excites your shoulders. It's a comprehensive exercise that takes a lot of effort. It works your legs, and it works your brain. It gives electrical impulses to all those muscles. Your brain is working very hard during a push-up. And it's about familiarity. This whole exercise is about familiarity. We get in big trouble when we don't have the brain excite muscles on a daily basis. And what happens is, after weeks, the brain forgets that muscle's there. It forgets to work it until you have an emergency. When you need that, like if you stub your foot and you're about to fall, and you go to catch yourself, that's when you get this sudden rush of pain out of a muscle you haven't used in 3 weeks. And it could be said that if you do this workout I'm doing, or you do a workout like it, you'll never get in that situation because you'll be balanced. And when you have a certain situation where your muscle, where you lose your balance and you catch yourself, your body's always there for you. Let's get up off the floor. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got up off the floor. That is a blessing. There's a lot of people. And God darn it, my heart breaks for every one of them. There's a lot of people in America who are walking on walkers. They're using electric carts in Walmart. They're barely getting to and from the car. Their legs are swollen because of bad medical advice. Anyone whose legs are swollen, you need to fast. You need to fast. That should be the first go-to by our Western doctors is, your legs are swollen, you need to fast. You need to look at the food you're eating. Something you're eating is not agreeing with your body. It could be something very basic too. It could be a brand of bread that you're eating that your body doesn't agree with. It could be, if you're a beer drinker, you could be drinking a brand of beer that something in the formula of the beer does not agree with your body. I love Yuengling beer, but it makes my legs swell. So I can drink Stella Artois. And strange thing about Stella Artois is it's a Belgian design beer. Makes a difference. Instead of American design beer, they use a different process to make it. I drink 2 of those beers or 3 of those beers and I'm full. I'm done. I can drink Coors Light all day long and get drunk as hell and be sick as hell. But if I drink Stella Artois, I don't get any ill feelings later. All I get is I get a good beer buzz, and obviously don't be driving nowhere. And there's no negative effect. But it should be said, and it's very important, anybody suffering from depression. First off, never drink aspartame, Splenda, or sucralose. That's in Diet Cokes, Diet Pepsis, any diet sodas, and diet energy drinks. That shit is poison and it will make your depression much worse. But also alcohol. Alcohol on a depression can be fatal because what it does is alcohol washes chemicals out of your brain you need to deal with stress. It destabilizes the brain, not when you drink it, but the next day. I used to have a massive depression when I used to drink like 18 to 20 beers a night. And believe me, when you're drinking beer for an extended period of time, it's like drinking water. Especially if you're drinking light beer, it's like drinking water. But the next day, I would get this raging depression from about 8 to 11. And I could time it. It was crazy. I said, wow, why am I so effing depressed? And I put two and two together. I said, yeah, it's not a matter. I wasn't hung over, because the hangover part I could deal with. But that freaking depression, man, I was like, wow, this is really bizarre. So if you are a person who gets depressed, be careful what you put in your body. I would always recommend it. For breakfast, you eat something that has some fats in it, like eggs and bacon, or eggs and sausage, or whatever your food of choice in the morning is that has fat in it. You could eat some kind of plant-based fat, whatever that is, but something that has fat in it, because your brain needs that as energy to deal with stress. And stay away from those artificial sweeteners, baby, because they are poison. Okay, look, I'm sorry. If you get on the floor, if you haven't been on the floor in 10 years, please get on the floor and see how hard it is to get up. If it's hard to get up, exercise. Okay, let's get to this. Here we go. Interesting. Tasty. This is complete core workout here, this stomach tension. This is completely getting my brain to excite my stomach muscles to pull my muscles in. Ooh, I'm a little bit dizzy. That's about letting your brain and your body work together to keep you healthy. And what this does, I can always feel this. Now I can feel, now that I've done this for years, and when it tightens up, it actually works my back. I can feel my back. My back is almost saying thank you. Because when I tighten the muscles up, it eases the stress and tension on my back, because the muscles are creating muscle bands, one on top of the other, that is supporting the front of my body. So if I go over like this, my muscle bands contract, they get tighter. And my body, because I'm working them, it does it automatically. But it won't do that if you don't work it. You've got to work your brain to work your muscles to keep you healthy. Okay? Here we go. Hip thrusts. Low and slow. Working the lower back and the core. Low and slow hip thrust works your core, but it works that lower back. Right down, there's a place called the coccyx. Strange name, but that's what the name of it is. The last muscle at the bottom of your spine, where the muscles wrap around it, that never gets worked. The first time I did this, I've been doing these hip thrusts for a long time, but the first time I did the low and slow, like this. There's a difference between going like this and doing the low and slow. The low and slow is this. Getting down, stick your butt out, rotate it around and push up. It's just like you're trying to hit a golf ball up. Boink, boink. And what you're doing is, you're working that lower back. I know it's funny looking, but it works. It works that lower back. And believe me, the whole point of this exercise program is to work as many muscles as possible in as efficient a way as possible, to keep you away from the doctor and to keep you healthy and moving. I'm so sick of seeing people using walkers, having swollen legs, being in carts. When I talked to a lady a couple weeks ago who lost her husband, a lady named Genevieve. Wonderful Virginia gentlewoman who had lost her husband of 50 years. About 6 months before I talked to her in a giant parking lot. But she was healthy. She was standing tall and strong. And we just got talking because she had this beautiful standard 4-wheel drive Toyota pickup truck that was like a year old. I said, that's a nice pickup truck. She said, yeah. Well, and I told her, I said, don't ever sell that, because that truck's worth about $45,000 to $50,000. She said, what? I said, yeah. They'd lost their mind on pickup trucks. And we got into a big discussion. Bottom line was,
She was tremendously depressed about losing her husband, who had gotten some certain shots and then passed away suddenly. But I was impressed with her physical condition because she was not bent over. She was standing tall. She was healthy. I asked her about smoking. She did not smoke. She did go to a church. She was surprised when I said, you go to church, and she said, how do you know that? I said, well, you get a feeling, you know. I mean, look, I'm a Virginian. She's a Virginian. We're country people. I'm a country person. I know my countrymen and my countrywomen, you know. We're kind of family, you know, so you recognize things. So. But the thing that got me about her was she was healthy. But unfortunately, the depression was really getting into her. And she started taking drugs for depression from a doctor. And that was kind of a warning sign. And I told her, I said, listen, I told her about the Diet Cokes and Diet Pepsis, about the poison. I told her about the fats. I said, you need to get you some fats in your diet. She said, I'm eating a whole lot of low-fat meals. I said, no. Don't do that. Don't take the fat out of your diet. But eat healthy, natural fats. Not garbage fats. Not like potato chips. Not like sour cream and onion dip. You know, eat natural, good fats. You know, eat you some sausage, eat you some bacon, eat you some beef, eat you some pork, eat you some chicken. Natural foods that are not processed to remove fat. Okay? And what that'll do is it'll help your brain deal with stress. So anyway, I'm talking too much. Let's get. It was a wonderful discussion with her. She's a wonderful lady. I hope I bump into her again. I probably won't, but I wish her the best and God bless her. Squats 20. Watch out for your knees. Well, my left knee has been raising Cain for about 3 weeks, and it feels pretty good today. I'm thinking I might have to start wearing them damn knee braces, but I hope not. Watch out for your knees. Oh, I don't want this to go long. I don't want this to go over 30 minutes. Okay, here we go. I think we're running out of time. Let me see. Let me look on. Let me get my glasses on. God darn, I lost my damn glasses now. Oh, there you go. They're right here.